Good morning, class 9A and B. We have begun the topic, the fundamental unit of life. In that, our current topic, the ongoing topic is movement of molecules across the cell membrane. In that, we have discussed diffusion, we have discussed osmosis, we have discussed. Under osmosis, we have discussed endosmosis and exosmosis. Okay, the topic for today is the next one, that is number 3, that is endocytosis. Endocytosis is simply the movement of microscopic solid molecules into the cell across a cell membrane. You know, in all animals' body and in all plants' body, there is cell membrane. So various molecules have to come inside the cell. So there are some solute molecules or solid molecules which are microscopic. For example, the movement of food materials in the body of amoeba. Amoeba gets its food by the process known as endocytosis. It is also known as phagocytosis because the way the amoeba is taking food is same as the way white blood cells attack the foreign bodies. Whenever a foreign body like germs and all go near the WBC, that is white blood cells, they also trap that foreign body or that food material in the same manner, and that body is taken and killed by white blood cells. So all that movement is termed as endocytosis. One more term it has, that is which is taking place in WBC, that is phagocytosis. Both are concept wise, both are same. Now the opposite of that is there, that is exocytosis. In exocytosis, what happens is that, for example, in the body of amoeba, after all complete digestion and assimilation or metabolic activities, the waste materials which are produced in the body of the amoeba are thrown out of the body into the surrounding water. Water I say because amoeba lives where? Amoeba lives in water. So the food is taken from water, and in the case what I am discussing now, the waste materials are thrown into water, and that mechanism is known as exocytosis. Exo means out, cyto means cell, so out of the cell, and that is exocytosis, opposite of endocytosis. Endo means in and cyto means cell, into the cell. So in endocytosis, materials go into the cell across the cell membrane, and in exocytosis, molecules or the waste materials here move out of the cell, and that is exocytosis. Now children, the next kind of movement is active transport. Active transport means the kind of the transport across the cell membrane in which energy is spent. There is expenditure of energy in the form of ATP. What is ATP? If it is in the class, you will all, some of you would raise the hand to say the answer. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, and at the expenditure of this energy or ATP, molecules are transported across the cell membrane, and then it is known as active transport. For example, phloem tissue. Have you ever heard about phloem tissue? No. It's the first term for you, phloem. The responsibility of phloem is transportation of food in plants. So when food is transported in plants, there is energy expenditure, and so it is known as active transportation. The next kind of the movement is passive transportation. It is the opposite of the previous one. In this case, there is no energy expenditure. That means the molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration keeps on passing. Okay, maybe some external force is there. The best example is movement of water in the xylem column of plants. Xylem. Okay, you are going to study in class 9 this one. So movement of water molecules that takes place in the xylem tissue in plants is an example for passive transport. Okay, this much you understand. No great details about it now. Okay, now when we speak about osmosis, endosmosis, exosmosis, there is one more thing that you have to understand and study, and which is very important also. Children, when you think about the cells in your body, your cells are surrounded by fluid medium. So how the molecules come inside and go outside. So the concentration gradient of the surrounding fluid and the fluid inside the cell matters a lot. if a cell is surrounded by a highly concentrated fluid medium, and then such a fluid medium or solution is known as hypertonic solution. So let me ask you a question now. What do you mean by hypertonic solution? Hypertonic solution is a solution in which solute particles are more, whereas solvent molecules are very less. That means, what is solvent molecule? Mostly it is water molecules. Water molecules are less. Okay. So for example, here is water. This much of water I have, and if I put this full container salt into this one, or even half of this salt, if I put into this water, it becomes highly concentrated salt solution. Okay, because water molecules are, in comparison to the salt, it will be less. Water molecules are less, but the dissolved particles, in this case salt molecules, are more, and then you can say that is a hypertonic solution. In a hypertonic solution, that is in this case concentrated salt solution, if you put a cell, in place of cell I have taken here a mango, a raw mango. If you put a cell or a mango here, you can see gradually the water molecules from inside the mango goes out. That means the cell or this mango starts losing water into the surrounding. What's the reason? In the surrounding it is a hypertonic solution. Okay, concentrated salt solution, because water molecules in the surrounding is very less. In mango, more water molecules are there. So what will happen? X-osmosis will occur. Due to X-osmosis, the mango will start, or the cell will start shrinking. Okay. Now, if a solution has less dissolved particles, that means solute is very less, whereas water molecules are so much, then such a solution is called hypotonic solution. If I take plain water in a container, if I take just plain water in a container, that's a hypertonic solution because no dissolved particles, or maybe very less. If I take one spoon of salt, if I take and put into this one and stir it, you will be getting a hypertonic solution again, because the salt is very less in comparison to the molecules of water. Water molecules are so much, whereas salt molecules are less. Then such a solution is called hypertonic solution. In a hypertonic solution, what happens? Suppose I have taken here raisins. What will happen? From surrounding water molecules will start entering into each and every raisin here. What is the reason? Outside the raisin. Why raisin? Raisin is representing cell. They also have cells. So, outside the raisins, water molecules are more. That is hypotonic. Concentration of water molecules more, whereas dissolved particles or solute particles are very less. So, from outside, water molecules will enter into the raisins. So, after 2, 3, 4 hours, you can see the raisins will swell up. And that is endosmosis. So what do you understand here? In hypertonic solution, exosmosis will occur, and in hypotonic solution, endosmosis will occur. Now there is one more kind of solution, that is isotonic. Third kind of solution is isotonic. You will find in the notes also. If you compare the concentration inside the cell, the fluid inside the cell, that is cytoplasm, and the fluid in the surroundings of the cell, both are same. Okay, outside the cell and inside the cell, the concentration of the solvent and concentration of the solute, everything will be same. That means there will be no net movement of molecules in any direction, neither into the cell nor out of the cell. There will be movement, no movement at all of the water molecules in any side. Then such a solution is called isotonic solution. So isotonic solution is a solution which has the concentration gradient as similar as the concentration of the cytoplasm, the cell cytoplasm. Okay, in isotonic solution there is no movement of water in any direction. I hope you understand, read the notes very well, and if you did not understand, you are most welcome to ask me. Okay, so this is in relation to osmosis, these three types of solutions you will study. At the end in this chapter, children, we have one more topic, that is what happens to a cell when it grows fully. When a cell grows fully or matures, it starts dividing. Cell divisions actually are of two types. One is mitosis and the other is meiosis. Mitosis takes place in our body cells, the somatic cells. Somatic, soma means body. So mitosis occurs in somatic cells. As a result of mitosis, only every organism grows. That means in mitosis, one cell divides into two and then multiples of two. So the body grows in size, that's due to mitosis. Mitosis is a kind of division in which one cell divides into two and then multiples of two. The second kind of cell division is meiosis. It occurs in the reproductive organs, that you know. In males, if it is about the human beings, in males there are testes, and in females there are ovaries. So the meiosis process occurs in testes and ovaries with maturity of the organs, and this cell division, as a result of meiosis only, reproductive cells are formed in the male organism and female organism. Which is the reproductive cell in human males? Sperms, and in the females they are ova or ovum. Ovum is singular, ova is plural. So as a result of meiosis only, reproductive cells, gametes, are produced in every animal or even in plants, sexually reproducing plants. So mitosis for growth of the body and meiosis for the production of reproductive cells in all sexually reproducing organisms. So with this one, this chapter is coming to an end. Now you have a task. Even if the school is opening, even if it is a live class, the work at the end of the chapter for you is going through all the questions of NCERT and Prachi book. In Prachi, both are given. NCERT is also given. Prachi questions are also given, I think, with answers. But I request you children, before attempting the answers directly, you have to attempt it by yourself after learning the chapter very well. Attempt all the answers yourself. If you don't know, you refer the book or you consult me through WhatsApp. But you have to work. Okay? So don't take your classes casually. It's a virtual classes, online classes. Why to think about? No. Please cooperate with the teachers and the school in the effort of educating you. So you have to go through the question, find out the answers after studying the chapter very well, and then only you can raise questions. Okay, that is the assignment related to this one. You can finish the question answers. You can take the full summer vacation time. There is no hurry. Take the full summer vacation time, but daily 30 minutes you have to give for biology to complete your answers of this chapter, that is the cell, the fundamental unit of life. Okay, all the best. Stay home, stay safe. May God bless all of you children.